Hello YouTube, my name is Quentin Rodriguez Harrison here at Zapling Studios, and welcome to the first episode of the Dev Blog. Today I'm going to be talking about getting started as an indie game developer, really just to give some information in terms of what it takes to begin, resources that you can use, and just to give you guys some motivation and knowledge that can help you get started. So what it all comes down to with the game is your idea. What is it you want to make? And some people will say that you should start small so that you can see the completion of the game all the way through. And I agree with that. I think that it's a great mentality to be able to just create a game, go through that entire process, understand it, and then create new things. But if you're the type of person that you know you're going to stick with your idea regardless of how difficult it is, and you really want to do it, then by all means, I'd go for it. That's what we did with Justice Royale. It was a complex idea at the time, and we didn't quite know how we were going to do it, but we knew that we could do it. The thing you have to understand is the trade-off. Difficulty, as that increases, so does the time it takes to create the game. So if you're a one-person team, and you're doing everything, you're doing programming, the art, the sound, you might want to start more simple. You might want to start very specific in terms of the game that you're making so that you can really finish everything. If you have a team, then you can go a little more difficult to begin, but you could also be just making the most complex game ever alone. Like, people have done it, it just takes them a long time. So there's no wrong way to start. Just understand how long it's going to take and just try to tailor it towards your mental state. Will you be able to continue grinding through this game in 3 years, or do you want to have 10 little games made in 3 years and then work on your big project? It's completely up to you. One of the other things that help you in that process as well is a game design document. And that's basically a Bible for your game. It lets you see how your game is broken down at a high level in terms of story, plot for an RPG, in terms of what your character can do, their moves, the control scheme, what are the menu options, where do the menus take you, how many worlds are there, how does the player transition from point A to B. It can be as in-depth as you like, and it's very helpful. I would say that you don't need one to start. We didn't start with one either. We just had our game grow organically as we people play test and really iron out how we wanted it to be. But I am working on one now so that we just have a reference, because we're going to be updating our game for a long time. So I want there to be a blueprint that we can always look at and we can all live by it. The great thing about it is that everyone can read it and be on the same page in your team if you guys all aren't in the same area. So it's very helpful. I wouldn't let that hold you up from getting started, but I would take a look into it. And I'll post a link to a couple that I've looked at online and that I use, and hopefully that helps you. The last point I want to talk about in this video is learning, tutorials. And my favorite website for that, I know I'm going to pronounce the last name wrong, I'm sorry, it's raywenderlich.com, and I'll have the link in the description as well in the comments. It's a great site for game tutorials, from the engine we used originally, Cocos 2D, to Sprite Builder, to Unity. Pretty sure they have some Unreal tutorials there as well. A lot of free tutorials, so there's nothing to keep you from getting started. They have a paid subscription service which gives you access to even more. Plus there's videos, and I learn a lot better visually, seeing things and hearing how they work. So video tutorials really help me. However, their books are written really well, and it just sounds like a human being is talking to you as you read. It's not computer mumbo jumbo that you don't understand, you're just copying and pasting it because it just works. They really help you understand the concepts and what you're doing. So I would check out that website. They also have books that you can buy, ebooks or physical books. And I've used a couple. I've used a tutorial book called Unity Games, and he made 4 different types of games in Unity. I read the one for beat 'em ups that they released more recently, I would say. And I'm using that excuse me, that base of knowledge to port Justice Royale over to Unity. And whenever an update happens for your game engine, they'll update the book and you get a free download for that. So it's nice. You can really be on top of everything going on with the game engine that you love and not feel like you're missing any features. And that's it for this video. What I want to go into next is really game engines and talk about ours and talk about why we're important to Unity, why we didn't pick Unreal, and just why people choose the engines that they want to choose. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below, and I'll reply to them as soon as I can. You guys have a great day, and game on. Take care.